student visa form got you sweating? Nah, fam. We are hacking E-Konsulat like pros. Mess this up, visa denied. Nail it, Poland's yours. Let's dive. Wait. Hold up. Grab a snack, YouTube and chill, hit play, and let's get you that stamp. Now, let's dive right in. So on your browser, type in E-Konsulat. This should come out, and click on E-Konsulat. It will take you over to this website, and make sure to translate your page to English. But I have already translated mine, so it's cool. And then if you are applying using the South African embassy, South Africa's initials is ARA, RSA. So you click on ARA and you click on South Africa. For other countries, you can just look at the first letter of your initials and click on it. But for South Africa, it's RSA. So you click on ARA, South Africa, click on South Africa. And the embassy is in Pretoria, click on Pretoria. And then it will bring you over to this page. So you click on the top left corner on the blue icon with the 3 lines here. Then it gives you these 4 options. Only choose the second option, national visa, fill out the form. So we click on this. So this is the form, guys, and then you start filling out. But I have to save time, I have a form that I already filled out, so I'll just quickly switch over to the other form and just scroll down and show you what you should do. Okay, so surnames, put your surname, and then number 2, surnames at birth or previously used surnames. This applies whether you're married or divorced, but in this case no, so I just put the same names. You put your first name and or your second name, and then you put a date of birth, place of birth, country of birth, current citizenship, and citizenship at birth. So this should be the same if you haven't relocated before, but if you moved over to another country and have a different citizenship, this should be different, you know what I mean? And then gender, marital status, so that you're single or married or divorced. And then put your national identification number from your ID, and personnel number. Probably in most cases you haven't received this, so just leave this one blank. And then section 12, choose ordinary passport on the travel document. And then section 13, series and number of the travel document, put the passport number here. And number 14, this is the release date when your passport was issued. And number 15 is when your passport is going to expire. Okay, and then move on to 16, where your passport was issued. In this case, mine was issued in Zimbabwe, so I pick Zimbabwe. And then we move on to section 10. If it's a guardian applying this form, they fill in their details here. But in this case, I assume that you're doing this on your own and you're over 18 years, so you just click on not applicable. And then all of these will be left blank. You can't even edit them. And then we move on to number 17, home address and email address. So in the country that you are in, put the country, state and province, and the town, the zip code. For my fellow Zimbabweans, I know most of you don't know the zip code, but so you just put 00263, and then your house address, and then your email address, your telephone prefix. This is your country code telephone number, and then your phone number. And then we move on to section 18. Do you permanently reside in a country other than your country or citizenship? Well, if you do, click on yes and then fill in the details. But in this case, if you are not residing in another country permanently, click on no. And then we move on to number 19, occupation. Occupation, if you are employed, choose either of these occupations listed here. But if you are a student, click on student, trainee, or intern. And on section 20, you have to click on school and then fill in the details of your school. But if you are employed, click on employer and then put on the details of your employer. But in this case, I'm just going to put without a profession. So if you click on without a profession, it will lock the segments to fill in the data here. So yeah, you're good to go. So without a profession, and then we move on to section 21, main purpose of the trip. Click on other and then specify that you are a university student. Yeah. And then we move on to section 22, travel data. Member states of destination, you are only arriving to Poland. But if you were planning to travel through another Schengen country like Greece and then later go to Poland, you would put Greece here. But if you're not doing that, if you're going straight to Poland, just put Poland. And then no, you would put Greece on 23. But then if you're not going to Greece, just put Poland on both, or any other Schengen country. If you're not going there, just put Poland. And then number 24, number of entries covered by the application. So put many entrances, since you would also like to come back home sometimes to visit your family, or your spouses or something like that. Yeah, so it will not affect your decision on your visa. And we move on to 25, planned duration of stay. So usually these visas are valid for like 1 year. So you put 360 days. And then information on Schengen visas or national visas issued to a foreigner in the last 5 years. Presuming that you did not enter into this area, the Schengen national area, then you click on no. Were your fingerprints taken before? No, again, because you didn't enter into the Schengen area. And then move on to number 29, planned date of arrival in Poland. I don't know whatever the dates that you're gonna choose, but I just put any here. And then on section 30, planned date of departure of Poland. So if your study program is gonna be 3 years, so it means that you have to put 3 years away or ahead of your planned arrival date. So as you can see here, I had put 2026, and on planned date of departure I put 2029. Okay, so we move on to section 31, details of the person receiving the information. So here this is for people if the inviting person is like an institution or like a business institution or a person. But then in this case, we are being invited by a school, which is a company or organization. So you click here, and then you see you can't fill in the name here. It's already covered, you're sorted. So you scroll down to section 32, whereby you will now enter details of the inviting company or organization. So put the name of the school, put the country of the school, which is Poland, of course. Put the town. I don't know which school you guys are going to choose, but then you have all these details from the school or the school's website. Put the zip code, put the address, house number, and then name, surname, work address, work telephone number, and work email address of the contact person in the company or organization. So maybe you're talking to someone from the school on your emails, or just get some details on the school website of contact person. So you take those details and then you put them here. So put the name of someone that you're talking to on email who represents the school, and then put their name here, put their last name here, and then put their address as the school address, which means the same town that your school is in, the same zip code with your school, and the same address with your school, same house number with your school, and then skip apartment number, and then you go on to put the telephone prefix, which is +48, and then put on their phone number. I'm not going to put any here because you have this information when you are applying for the university. And then email address, put the email address of the person. And then for the organization, which is the school, put the school's contact details. So prefix is +48 as well here, and then the phone number of the school. Okay, so you're done on this section, and then we move on to section 33. This is the visa applicant's travel and subsistence costs are covered by the sponsor. In most cases, you're being covered by a sponsor, but if you're covering yourself, put the visa applicant himself and you're home and dry. But if not, if you're being covered by a sponsor, click on sponsor and then specify who is sponsoring you. So click on other and then type something like maybe father or uncle or I don't know, you know. And then number 36, means of subsistence. Just click on everything. Click on cash, click on prepaid accommodation, assuming that you already have a house contract. Pays for transportation in advance, meaning that your flight ticket was already bought by this person or something like that. And then covers all costs during your stay, of course, since they'll be sending you money or they put money in your card or something like that. And then yeah, you're home and dry. And then your travel or health insurance should be valid for 1 year from the point that you are applying for your visa. So if you are applying for your visa in March 2026, then your insurance has to expire 2027 around March or onwards. And then move on to section 34, information about the work permit held. In this case, you don't need to fill anything since you never traveled into the country before. So click on not applicable, scroll down, EU citizen data. So if you are an EU citizen, you have to fill this form, but assuming that you're African or you're not an EU citizen, just click on not applicable. Yeah, scroll down and you're done. Then click on all consents. Click on all consents. Okay, click on this, click on this, click on this, click on this, and then that's it.
That's all, folks.